Theodore Mouse Goes to Sea, adapted from the little golden book of the same name. This is the story of a brave and adventurous mouse. His name was Theodore.
That's me.
He lived in a pleasant little mouse village by the sea, where the mice spent their days in all sorts of pleasant activities. They visited the lighthouse on the hill. They flew kites in the gentle sea breezes. They tossed a ball to and fro, and they tended their gardens. But in spite of all these pleasant activities, Theodore was not a happy mouse.
I lived such a boring life.
Every night he went to sleep at the same time in the same four-poster bed. He would wake up at the same time each morning, brush his teeth and comb his whiskers into place. Then he would climb to the roof of his house and just sit there. On the nearby chimney sat his loyal friend and constant companion, Beatrice Bird. Theodore would look out beyond the houses and trees to the open sea. He would think to himself,
every morning is the same. I wake up, brush my teeth, comb my whiskers, climb to the roof of my house, and just sit there.
Beatrice agreed that his life was indeed boring.
The only thing that ever changes is the sea. Sometimes it's wild and stormy, and sometimes it's calm and quiet. That's the best time to go sailing or take a swim in the cool water.
And then suddenly, like a bolt from the blue, or the yellow or the green, an idea struck Theodore. He cried aloud,
I will go to sea. I will sail the oceans. No more sleeping in the same room. No more sitting and watching. Every day I will wake up in a new and exciting place.
But Theodore had forgotten one important thing. He had no boat. How could he go to sea with no boat? But again, suddenly, like a bolt from the blue, or the orange or the green, the answer came to Theodore.
My bed will be my boat. My sheet will be my sail. I, Theodore, will be the captain of my ship. And Beatrice will be my first mate.
The next day, Theodore pushed and pulled his bed down to the shore. His entire family came to see him off. His mother was worried.
But Theodore, what if you meet pirate cats?
Oh, don't worry, Mother. I'll bash them and smash them and make pirate hash of them.
His father was worried, too.
But Theodore, what if you meet wild water rats?
Don't worry, Father. I'll bang them and bop them, and if they bother me, I'll stop them.
Having said his goodbyes, Theodore sailed off to sea.
I wonder what adventures await us, Beatrice.
Theodore sailed to tropical islands and discovered all sorts of strange foods.
These fruits are delicious, Beatrice, and such a nice change from cheese. Oh, I really love it here in the tropics. The beautiful flowers, the houses made of bamboo and grass, the palm trees that almost touch the sky, and especially the dancing and singing.
Come live in our island paradise. Come share all the joys of tropical mice. Come eat from the fruit of a mango tree. Be as happy as a mouse can be, la la, as happy as a mouse can be.
I think I could live on an island forever, Beatrice. But let's look for new adventures.
From the sun-drenched tropics, Theodore sailed to the top of the earth, to a mysterious and frozen wonderland.
Will you look at these creatures, Beatrice? Bears with white fur. Animals that swim in the freezing water. Funny-looking beasts with big, long teeth.
The Eskimo mice taught Theodore to paddle a kayak and to fish through a hole cut in the ice.
I do believe I have a bite. Beatrice, don't eat the fish.
Theodore slept in a house of ice and walked around on snowshoes.
This frozen world is a good place to live, Beatrice. But I think it's time to move on.
Theodore and Beatrice set out to sea again, wondering what they would discover next on their adventurous journey. Then, shortly after returning to sea, a terrible storm blew up. the worst weather they had yet encountered. Theodore and Beatrice hung onto the bedpost for dear life.
Oh, I feel like my stomach's turning upside down. How about you, Beatrice?
In the midst of the storm, a new danger appeared. A big ship of pirate cats sailed right up to Theodore's boat. They looked mean and hungry.
Looky here, a nice mouse dinner.
Come up and see us, mateys.
Theodore and Beatrice huddled together in fear.
My mother warned me about this, Beatrice. Oh, I should have listened.
Just then, a big ship of wild water rats sailed up to the other side of Theodore's boat. They looked meaner than the cats.
Shall we feed them to the sharks, mateys?
Poor Theodore and Beatrice, all alone between two horrible fates.
What can we do, Beatrice? What can we do?
Then suddenly, an idea struck Theodore. He threw one of his pillows at the cats,
Take that, cats!
and the feathers flew everywhere.
I can't see.
These feathers are blinding me.
What's happening here?
Then he threw his other pillow at the wild water rats.
Take that, you rats!
What's going on here?
It's snowing feathers.
I can't breathe.
The feathers stuck to the wet fur of the cats and the rats. They began to sneeze and gasp and wheeze and choke. Theodore and Beatrice sailed away as quickly as they could.
You all look like a bunch of chickens.
Like a miracle, the storm ended and all was calm.
That was a close call, Beatrice. Let's head for home.
As the two adventurers sailed into the village harbor, everyone was there to greet them.
Hi, Mother. Hi, Father. We're home. We're home.
Everyone danced and jumped for joy to see them.
Welcome home, Theodore.
What did you see?
Tell us all about it.
One little mouse even sat on his roof, as Theodore used to do.
I see them, I see them.
As soon as his bed was ashore, the tired Theodore fell fast asleep. The next morning, Theodore awoke, brushed his teeth, combed his hair, and climbed to the roof of his house to talk about his trip.
We had a wonderful time. We saw things you would never even dream of in a million years.
And Theodore told them of his adventures on the high seas, of the tropical islands with the strange and delicious fruits, of the frozen northlands where he fished through the ice, of the fierce storm at sea, and of the savage battle with the cats and rats. The mice were bursting with questions.
What do mangoes taste like?
What kind of fish did you catch?
How tall are the palm trees?
For as long as he lived, Theodore Mouse would never be bored again.
You know, this is a very interesting world we live in.